What is up, everybody? My name is Kyle and welcome to another Tortoise-Spot video. And today is Turtle Tuesday. Happy Turtle Tuesday. And I'm actually inside today for the first time on all my videos, and I'm in my little corner in my little room, and this is where I keep a lot of my babies and turtles that stay for the winter that can't really stay outside during the colder months. And they're actually about to go outside here probably in the next few weeks. Our weather's getting pretty hot and pretty stable, so that's perfect timing for us to start getting them outside. So that's where my next big series is going to go, where I'm going to start building those enclosures I've been talking about, get that pond ready and moved over, and then build the Spiny Hill turtle enclosure. And then I'm going to try to get these leopard tortoises and baby three-toed box turtle enclosures up. That way they can have outside UVB light and natural sunlight and just enjoy the summer and spring as much as they can, because that's the best way to raise tortoises, as long as you build them a nice, safe, secure, protected enclosure. So today's game plan is to kind of do a little maintenance in here, feed all these guys, and just show them off to you guys. So give me a quick little video, and thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit like the subscribe button, and let's start this video. Here is the little Tortoise-Spot corner, as I like to call it, and it just has a few little enclosures, one there, one there, one there, and one there, and the incubator kind of tucks in right there. And this is where I keep most of the pretty much newborns, just to get them eating, and once they're big enough and eating on their own, they will go outside. Those are the leopards, and then those are the year-old box turtles, and these guys are kind of turning right around a year old now. So all these little babies are available too. Just check out the link below in my website. So yeah, let's check out I guess each little enclosure. I'll start with the leopard tortoises here. I'll feed them because they're kind of hungry. I feed them every day. Let's go over there. All right, this is the leopard tortoise kind of enclosure that I keep the hatchlings in. Right now there's a bunch of them because the outdoor ones are inside, and all the ones that just hatched in the last month, about 13 of them, are in here now. But they're about to go outside, so once I build them a new enclosure that's safe from predators, because we have raccoons and stuff, so I need to build a nice, secure enclosure for them to hang out outside for the summer. And the weather is just getting big or better where they're able to go outside. But pretty simple enclosure, 50-gallon tub, kept a lid on it, drilled a few holes for ventilation, and sometimes I'll prop it up if it gets too steamy or hot. And then right up here are just a nice little thermometer, show the temperature of the basking or the warm area, and the humidity, which stays around 80% usually. So they're pretty hungry, so I'm gonna feed them right now. And I got some hibiscus flowers, which is a good diet for anyone keeping tortoises. And if you have a hibiscus bush that has no pesticides on it, recommend these flowers. One of the best diets you can feed them. And since my bush is going off, I'm gonna feed them these. And sometimes I'll give them Missouri tortoise diet and different leafy greens, I guess. Good ones are like collard greens, turnip greens, stuff like that. So I'm gonna just toss these in. You can see how many I have. I'll just spread them out here. And they know the feeding side's on this side. I think I have 14 of them in here right now. And I don't recommend having 14 in here because it's a little bit small for 14. But like I said, this is pretty temporary, and they will be going outside. And a lot of these will be sold here soon because I will be posting ads here in the next week. So they will be getting out of here, and they're ready for homes, and they are been eating and growing. So these guys are only about 2 months old, maybe 3. So pretty young guys. And I think the oldest ones, you can see the oldest ones here. They're about 2 months old. You can see they're already starting to marble. And then you're probably wondering what these guys are. These are Burmese mountain tortoises, and I hatched these last summer. And they're growing like weeds. They will go outside too. But there's 2 of those. I hatched 2 of the 28 eggs I had, and they've been doing great. So yeah, those are Burmese mountain tortoises. They just kind of hang out in here since it's a high humid environment. And they were actually as small as the leopards at one point. They're just growing really well. You're probably wondering who this little guy is. He looks like a little folded tortoise. We call him Felix, that's his name. and he came out of the egg like this with a dent in his shell. But he does eat. He's very active. He drinks, he basks, and he acts like a normal tortoise. He's just a little bit different, and we will be keeping this one forever because we won't sell him. If someone wants to adopt him maybe in the future, yeah, but right now he'll be here for a while. Anyway, all these guys are probably bugging out. I'm gonna feed or fill this water dish up real quick. They're gonna work on their flowers, and then we'll move on with the other few enclosures I have inside. Let me grab the water real quick. So the easiest way for me to do the water is I use these brand new clean, they use it for like pesticide sprayers and stuff. You find them like at Harbor Freight, Home Depot. You just pump it on top, create pressure, and then you can spray it. I used to use the spray bottles when I didn't have as many, but once you start getting a lot of turtles and tortoises, you start cutting down time by using more bigger. It's a 1 gallon. I used to have a 2 gallon, which I might go back to, but a lot of these guys are gonna go outside, so these enclosures will pretty much be shut down, and only these are all bioactive, so a lot of these enclosures will have no turtles and tortoises, and then the isopods will take them over for the next 6 months, and then when they come back in the winter, well, a lot of these will probably be gone by the winter, but when they're ready for the next leopard batches, we'll be ready. So all right, I'm gonna fill this up and we'll move on to the box turtles. All right, here's my indoor box turtle enclosure where I keep the babies. These guys are all about almost a year old, maybe just about a year old actually, maybe 13 months actually, now that I think about it, now it's March. But all these enclosures have a drainage layer and then soil and then moss on top, but you can see it's built almost exactly the same as the Leopard Tortoise enclosure. Keeps things easy, and you can see all the little baby box turtles. And I put a nice big water dish in there for them. And you can see these guys are pretty big. They're about 3 inches now and growing. But they like to make their dish really dirty, so you just kind of got to clean it out like this. These dishes are cool. We found them on Amazon. But the base kind of goes in here, and then you can take this part out to clean it. And that's their food dish. I like to keep a nice wide food dish, that way they're not fighting over everything. And you can see they're all different sizes. They're all coming up on 3 inches. And they're all available. I could ship anywhere in the US. Local is better though. They're very active, very not really scared of humans at all, because I take care of them every day. And then right here is a heat emitter. When it does get cold, this will put heat down, and this is just a UV bulb, which is very important. All these guys will go outdoors here soon too, but they are available, so they might find new homes as well. So I'm gonna fill their water dish up, and then we'll feed them some Missouri tortoise diet because I have no worms right now, which in the near future I'm gonna make worm bin again, and I'll make a video on that, how to make one. But for now, they're gonna get Missouri tortoise diet, spray them down, fill their water dish up, and then they'll be good. We'll close this up so it keeps pretty humid. I have these little clips here to keep it open when it's too hot, to keep the air vented. Sometimes I'll just put 1, sometimes I'll put 2, sometimes I'll put none. So it just depends on the situation. But these guys are hungry, you can tell. Link in the below if you guys are interested in any of these little guys. They are super cute. 3-toed box turtle is my favorite box turtle. And I'll have a link below, or you can DM me on Instagram. And that's probably the easiest way to get to hold of me. So, all right, let's grab the water. And then again, I just use the little sprayer. That way I can reach in here. This enclosure setup up top is kind of a pain in my butt because it's pretty high up and it's hard for me to reach in here. But with my room, I had to save some room, so I just kind of had to stack 3 on top of each other. Once I do save enough money and move and get my own place, I will have a dedicated turtle room, hopefully. And then I have a dedicated turtle backyard and farm for everybody. So that's the game plan. Box turtles also love rain, so you can spray them down. Don't be shy. You can tell they love water. And a lot of times when I fill their water up, they think it's food, so they'll go in there or they'll drink, because I try to fill it up every day unless there's water already in it, and then I'll fill it up every other day or clean it. Just depends how messy it is, but definitely every other day for sure, even if it's not messy or touched. Box turtles tend to make a super super messy situation. So they're all gonna drink some water, and then this guy's waiting for food over there, and I'll just put some food in there, and then I'll spray this whole enclosure down just to keep the humidity up, just so they don't dry out or dehydrate. It'll help them stay hydrated. If it stays too dry, and then the humidity will get pulled out of them because it's too dry. It's going into the atmosphere. So we're getting a hot spell coming through again. It's supposed to be 90, so I'm gonna keep an eye on these guys. Probably keep these vented. And a lot of these times I'll turn these lights off because they put heat off, and I'll turn the lights off just so they don't overheat. But we'll get to 90. We have no air conditioner in our house, so Southern California problems. Anyway, let me get some turtle diet, or turtle, yeah, Missouri turtle diet. Be right back. All right, here's some turtle diet, and because turtle diet is dehydrated kind of food, I like to put it in the dish first, and then I will spray the enclosure down so it can get a little soft for them to eat. They're at the size where they can eat it like this, but just a little bit, and then I'll spray the, oh, let me pump it up. You can see them all in the water. It's been hot, so they'll probably be in the water a lot this week. So I'll just spray everybody down, keep them cool, get the humidity up. And they dig down. This is about 4 or 5 inches of, maybe like 3 or 4 inches of substrate. And after they eat, you'll look in here and it'll look like nobody's in here. So right now they're just hungry and they know it's feeding time. And I'll put all that food out and they'll eat most of it. I think there's about 10 of them in here, believe it or not. Anyway, these are the year old, maybe 13 months now. 3-toe box turtles. Let's go down to the little bit older, I think about 2 months older box turtles. A little bit bigger, so I separated them out. So let's go down there. All right, so on the very bottom here is the third enclosure. This is a bug light. So during the summer, these things become breeding havens for bugs because of bio substrate. I let the spider webs actually build up because they capture a lot of the bugs, but this bug light comes in handy when you need it. So right now it's not actually that bad, so it's kind of winter time. But this is the third enclosure. I keep the older 3-toed box turtles in here. They're probably about 14 months ish, if I were to guess. Yes, they are in here. You can see they do bury themselves until feeding, especially on hot days like this. And then what they like to do, because this is their water dish, no water in it, cleaning it out, need to fill it up. But what they like to do is sleep underneath it, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that one, but there's probably multiple underneath it because it's nice and cool. And this hide right here, oh, no one's there. So there's actually 5 or 6 box turtles in here, and I guarantee they're probably in this little area, if I were to guess. And when I start spraying them out and filling this water dish up, they'll probably come out. Just a warning. So food, this is fresh food I just put in, so I will moisten that up a little bit for them. Box turtles will destroy indoor enclosures. They love to dig, rearrange everything. So there's no live plants in here. Pretty basic, and it's only a holding area for fresh hatchlings, and these guys are only in for the winter. They will be going outside or finding new homes here soon. So these guys are all available as well. Will be on my website if you want to check that out. All right, we just pumped the water up here again, and same thing, got my sprayer. I'll start filling the water dish up first. This water dish I also found on Amazon, I believe. It's pretty nice. It's pretty deep for turtle lover, box turtles, because they love water more than the turtles and tortoises. Tortoises. But it could be a pain to clean because these little ridges, excuse me, these little ridges kind of like dirt, so it's kind of a pain to clean. But the box turtles do like it, and I never fill it up all the way. It's a lot of water, so hold on. Pump it more. It's getting low. Add some pressure in there. There you go. I use a gallon. 2 gallons would be nice, but usually 1 gallon is just enough to get everything changed out and fed at least. But Bigger one would be nice. So I like to put it to the maybe second level here, because they will just make it dirty and crazy, and they will start coming out once I start spraying everything down. Right now they're all hiding still. This guy's still thinking about it. You gonna come out? Then I'll just spray it out like this. Watch them come out like zombies. Yeah, they'll come out like zombie mode, you know? Can you come out? No, it's hard to do. And I'll spray their food down again. These other ones will come out too, so. Well, there he comes out of bed here. The others haven't followed, but I'm sure once I start really spraying it down, they will. But he's gonna come out of bed. My battery's almost dead, so let me turn this off, and I'm gonna finish spraying this down and let him come out here. So I'll be right back. All right, he came out finally, and he's eating, and all his little brothers and sisters haven't came out yet. So I'm gonna let him do his thing, just like everyone else, and let's go up to the Spiny Hill turtles. So these are my Spiny Hill turtles. They're gonna go outside very soon. 2 females, and this is their little enclosure I have inside. I used to have a lot of live plants and stuff, but they ended up killing them all. And right now I have them on some Missouri tortoise diet. I'm trying to get them on turtle and tortoise diet, but they eat a lot of tomatoes and apples, fruit. They nibble on lettuce, all kinds of stuff really. But they're a pretty shy species, endangered species, found kind of like in Indo-Pacific area, islands, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, I think all throughout that range. They're a pretty shy turtle, but over time they actually became very friendly towards me. This is a very bioactive enclosure, and keep it nice and humid, and I have it all on timers and heat lamps, so it keeps it humid and warm all times. And I have a little water dish here for them, nice clean water every day. They love hanging out in it during the heat waves, but they're a very cool species to keep. So they will be going outside soon, and I'm excited because I haven't had them outside since I've had them. I've just been a little bit nervous since they're a little bit smaller, but now they're a little bit bigger. I think they're ready to go outside, and I just need to build their enclosure right so I can keep it tropically for them. So you can see how big they are by my hand. They're about 6 inches, I would say, both of them. One's about 6.5 inches, so they're getting pretty big. They get to 8 to 9, 10 inches, I believe, maybe bigger. But they're a cool species, one of my favorites. So here they are, and they will be going outside soon. So make sure you like, subscribe, because it's gonna be good videos. Well, the battery finally died, so we're back. But anyway, these Spiny Hill turtles I got probably 2 years ago. At first, it was kind of like a loan from my friend, and then I kind of just kept them. And then I got my own, and then I sold one for my friend, and I kept these 2. And I'll probably add another 1 or 2 here sooner than later. I just want to get them outdoors and established before I add any more. But I do enjoy working with them. One of my favorite species. I've always loved them. And they're just cool to have. There's a few species I still want to get, but these are definitely one of my dream species. I'll do a deeper video on them too, and then once I move them outside, you guys will see them a lot more, because I film outside more than I do inside. But yeah, you guys sit inside a lot, and I don't like to stress them out, so I don't really post too much on them. I don't take too many photos of them. The first year, they're really shy. They're actually starting to come around a little bit more, and they're becoming a lot more friendly, so I enjoy them. So this is the last 4th enclosure I keep inside, and the last turtles I keep inside. So, but in about a month, I'll probably move them all outside. So it's game plan anyway. It's nice to get them outside in natural sunlight as much as you can. So, and this is also bioactive. I don't know if you can kind of see this little roly-poly isopod. a bunch of dairy cows that live underneath this water dish, but at night they all come out and eat everything. But all my enclosures are bioactive in here. So once I empty every enclosure, I'm gonna kind of clean them out and get them ready for next year. Every year I do that, so I'll do a better video on the layers I use in here when I put them back together. It's hard to do it when they're in here because it's all put together and I don't want to destroy it, stress them out, just to show you guys on video. So it's all about the turtles, but I do want to kind of fix all these up. I do have leaves here, cocoa core here, so always have some backup. Keep adding to these old water dishes, all kinds of stuff. So these guys will be eating all day and they'll probably nap. Same with these guys. They're gonna eat the rest of these flowers. And then the incubator here, it's just an old wine fridge that I converted, so nothing too crazy. Turn this, have a little air filter because a lot of dirt in here. So just a little wine fridge, and I just keep these shoe boxes. This one's empty because we're gonna go into laying season. This one is where all the babies are hatching from. These are all kind of due. They won't all hatched, but you can see there's some old shells in there from hatching last week. But these are all kind of due, so we're waiting on these. Once these hatch, and then I'll clean these out, and then Tiny will lay more eggs. And these ones Tiny laid in, well, these ones are donezo. These are from December. There's one egg here, it hasn't blown it up and it hasn't went rotten, so I keep it in there until I'm ready to clean this out, which will be soon. I still have room in the incubator, so I don't really throw any eggs out unless I need to make room, and I know they're fully old. And these were laid 1/7 January. And leopard tortoise eggs take about 5 months to hatch, probably 4 or 5 months to hatch. So those got quite a bit of time, probably May or June. These are ready to clean when the next batch of eggs are coming in, and then this one will be ready for my mountain tortoises lay this year. They'll go in this one, but they lay about 30 eggs, so probably fill most of this up. Do want to build another incubator, which I'll probably make a video on if I do, so that way you guys can make your own. And I've hatched hundreds of turtles out of this one, so I think that's everything on the inside. So don't forget to close your doors. This one I actually put a lock on. I just never use it because these guys never try to get out. So anyway, that's the end of this little video, guys. Thanks for joining me. Welcome to the inside, and here's a little hatchling incubator and where I keep my hatchlings. Spiny Hill turtles in here, but they will be going outside soon. Hopefully I can make videos of all that soon, and you guys can see how I'm gonna create outdoor enclosures for them. So that's best thing to do is to get them outside, so I recommend you doing that. Just make sure you put a screen top or lid to keep the babies protected, and if they're big enough, you don't really need a big secure enclosure. You just need a secure hide at night. So we'll go over that in future videos, but for today, this is another Turtle Tuesday video. Thanks for joining me. Hit the like, subscribe button. There are a few shirts available that I've been designing. They're all turtle and tortoise related. I've been wanting to put out some merch for you guys, not just for Tortoise-Spot, but just for turtle and tortoise lovers. So I'll link the store below. Your first order gets 10% off. So we'll make it take advantage of that. And yeah, happy Turtle Tuesday, guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.